Hey everyone, if you don't know me, my name's Peyton and this is my lovely bride Jen. We've got 3 beautiful kids, Bailey who's turning 5 this fall, Preston who's 3, and Judah who's 5 months old.
So as many of you know, about 2.5 years ago we moved out here to the Argyle, North Lake area. We moved out to a community called Harvest, and we really felt like God was just calling us to be just part of this area. And about a year ago, we actually got connected. Somebody invited us to a vision night of a new church called Tribes, and we have been connected with this church ever since. And we are excited to announce that Peyton's going to be taking on a full-time ministry role with the church.
And so over the past year or so, as we've been here plugged into Tribes, kind of from the ground floor, I've been able to have conversations with Gavin about my heart for ministry. He's our lead pastor there at Tribes. I'd love to introduce him here to share more about the ministry and the vision of Tribes. But also, as we've been there, we've been able to speak into key areas of the ministry and really provide great prayer support. I'd love to introduce Gavin here to share kind of Tribes' vision and mission and what we have going on over there.
Yeah, so as Peyton and Jen both mentioned, Tribes has been going for almost a year now. We've gone from a little Bible study gathering in the neighborhood here in Harvest, and we've grown to now having weekly services in an elementary school nearby. And it's just been cool to see God kind of spark a relationship between our families and also spark a community here in Harvest. Tribes is really all about 3 things. We want to help people gather into gospel-centered communities, scatter to live on mission in their everyday lives, and multiply by making disciples who become disciple makers. In fact, that's our mission statement: gather, scatter, multiply. Just those 3 simple words. And it's been amazing to see God continue to do that as He's brought families like the Belvins into Tribes Church. And this fall is really a strategic time for us as we've seen the church grow. This is an awesome opportunity for our new little church plant to really impact and reach this community.
So we started out as a Bible study, 39 people back in August, and we've grown to where we're averaging about 125 or so people in weekly attendance. We've just recently had 9 baptisms and 5 salvations. That's even just like a small bit of what the cool stuff that's going on.
So there's actually a family that moved out here just this past year, a widow and her 3 kids, and they moved out here not knowing anybody. They moved out here to Harvest, the community that we live in, and they got connected to Tribes right away. And Tribes has really been able to bring the community that they needed and healing that they needed. And they went from a place of feeling kind of lonely and not knowing what to do to just feeling like family's around and feeling just connected again. And so that's been a really cool thing to watch, that family just get the healing that they needed at the right time.
And we really feel like over the past 10 years, God's really been preparing us for this next season that we're stepping into. We really feel like we've heard very clearly that this is the next season that He has for us. And with the experience that we've had both in ministry in the past, both of us, and then I'm in the process of becoming a board certified licensed professional counselor, we really feel like God has equipped us for the work of the ministry that's going to be going on here at Tribes.
So over the last few months, as Peyton and I have had some conversations about him transitioning out of his full-time sales role and coming into full-time ministry, it's just been evident to me that he and Jen, they have the character and the calling and the competencies that we were looking for in a family that I want in the leadership position at Tribes. Peyton's experience as a counselor, but then also his heart for people fits right in line with really the foundational verse that we found Tribes on. That's Ephesians 4:11 and 12. That talks about how Christ gave the apostles and the prophets and other leaders within the church. He gave them to equip the saints for the work of the ministry. We want to be a church that equips people well, and Peyton has a heart, and Jen also has a heart to equip people. We want to see people healed and healthy and restored and marriages redeemed, and that happens as we equip people to live on mission for Jesus. And so seeing Peyton come on into an associate pastor role where he helps oversee pastoral care and counseling and helps disciple people and also helps lead our serve teams is going to be an amazing thing, and we're going to see God, I think, do some awesome stuff in and through this family. And I can't wait to see the harvest that comes from the decisions you guys are making and kind of the seed that you're planting and taking this step right now. But part of the way that that's going to be possible is because they're going to be willing to raise salary support. As a new church plant, we don't have the budget yet to bring Peyton on staff. Our hope and prayer is 2 years from now that we will. And so Peyton and Jen have been prayerfully considering this transition in light of knowing that they're going to raise salary to be able to do it, just like a missionary would.
We are excited about the opportunity that's here in front of us. I think it's so key that the name of our neighborhood is Harvest. There's a harvest here and it's plentiful, and we are excited to join in the labor of the work here and coming on staff at Tribes. We would love for you guys to partner with us both prayerfully and financially. And in order to do that, you can check below to find out more information on how you can join in us on this journey, as well as just more information on Tribes and the vision and the mission that we have out here. So thank you so much for watching. We love you all, and there's more information to come.